Yo, what is going on, guys? It's WEAKR bringing you guys another commentary video here today. This is going to be a top 10 must-watch TV show list. So basically, for each show, I'll give a short synopsis, but I recommend watching the trailer for a full in-depth look of what the show is like. I know this is not like anything, I normally upload, so I just want to get some more diversity on my channel. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, so for number 10, we're going to have a show called Dexter. A lot of you guys may have heard of many of these shows, but yeah, we're going to start out with number 10 as Dexter. Dexter is a show, it's already ended, I believe it's 8 seasons long, and it starts out with this guy who is a blood analyst by day, and by night he actually is a serial killer. It starts out kind of weird, but once you get the feel for the show a few episodes in, you just get addicted to it. It's really good. It's not a horror movie or a horror show, it's more like a thriller. It's really thrilling, and it's really interesting for getting the serial killer aspect of things. And it's intense, obviously, because he works with the police department as a blood analyst. So I think that's a really good show that anyone should watch, and I definitely recommend that show. And at number 9, I'm going to have Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's a really good TV show starring Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul. It's also over 5 seasons long, starring Bryan Cranston, like I said. So in the first episode, he gets diagnosed with cancer, and he goes on to become a drug manufacturer to get money and pretty much provide for his family. Very, very intense show. It's very good. A lot of good drama in there and action as well. Oh my god, that voice crack was fucking murderous. Holy shit. But yeah, definitely Breaking Bad. Check it out. Number 9. And at number 8, I'm going to have Walking Dead. Now, Walking Dead is my second favorite television show of all time. You'll hear my first one later, but this is really not a must-watch show. Like, it's not up there on the list. It is number 8, though, however. A lot of people don't like this show anymore. It really kind of did fall off a bit as what it used to be, but it's a very good apocalyptic show about zombies. Basically, this guy Rick is a cop. He gets shot and wakes up from a coma, and then the zombie apocalypse happened. It's really long. I believe it's on the 7th season right now, so it's going to be going on for a while. Also has a spin-off show called Fear the Walking Dead, which isn't that good, but I definitely also recommend this show, but it's a hit or miss. You're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. So. And at number 7, I'm going to have House of Cards starring Kevin Spacey. This is a really good Netflix original show. It's also really low-key because it is a Netflix original and it wasn't like advertised on TV and all that. It's also good for many people to watch because of the recent election with Donald Trump, all this political stuff going on. You can get behind the scenes of that, of all the corruption. It's a really good, it's drama though, it's fiction, it's not nonfiction. Whoa, that was weird. But yeah, it's a fictional show. It's really good though, drama, pretty intense, and a behind the scenes at like the corruption and stuff like that can go on in politics. And at number 6, I'm going to have Lost on the list. Lost is a television show that ended in, I believe, 2011 or 2012 with 6 seasons. It starts out with a plane crash on a mysterious Pacific island, and the rest is history. I definitely recommend watching this show, like all the others, obviously. It's very long, though. It's a very long show, so if you need something to watch long-term, this is definitely one you want to go to. A lot of people, though, haven't seen this show just because when it was on television, all these 15, 16-year-olds were like 8, 9 years old. So you probably haven't seen the show. That is definitely why it's on the must-watch list, because I know a lot of you probably don't know what this is. So definitely watch Lost if you like those thrilling, intense shows. And at number 5, we're going to have a show called Narcos. It's a Netflix original, 2 seasons long. I believe there is going to be a 3rd season, about this guy named Pablo Escobar, a drug lord in the 70s and 80s, I believe. Definitely a high volume type of show, a lot of action going on, and if you know the story of Pablo Escobar, I definitely do recommend this. Is a must watch if you know who Pablo Escobar is. Great storyline in general, like I said, and they do a really good job of adding in a lot of interesting action as well as drama into the show. Number 4 is going to be The Office, one of the funniest shows of all time in my opinion. Honestly, if you haven't seen this show yet, drop everything you're doing and go watch it. It's 9 seasons long, starring Steve Carell. Just an incredible cast, perfectly done, master. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. This is one of the funniest and best created shows of all time. Literally a masterpiece. Until about season 8 when Steve Carell did leave the show. But yeah, any other than that, man, it's a really good show. I highly recommend this. And at number 3 is going to be a new Netflix original show called The OA. It only has 1 season out so far, 8 episodes long. Basically, this girl comes back after being missing for 7 years, and she was blind when she left. She comes back not blind, and she basically tells her story of where she was for 7 years. Very interesting show. Caught me by surprise. They had like no advertising on this show at all. It just came out of nowhere and took everyone by storm. Everyone that I know that have watched it, at least. So yeah, this is definitely a must-watch show, and I highly recommend this. And at number 2, we have an HBO show called Westworld. Only one season out so far. Season 2 will be coming early 2018. If you know anything about HBO shows, you know that they are very graphic. Killing is more intense. There's more everything. More drugs, more sex, more killing, more everything in HBO shows. The storyline of this one is pretty futuristic. Honestly, there is no good way for me to sit here and explain it, so I just recommend go watch the trailer. It's a very, very weird show, in my opinion, but it's just so interesting at the same time. It's a huge mindfuck, just like the OA. Honestly, it's a huge mindfuck, and this is a show that you have to watch. Probably you guys won't know a lot about it because HBO shows are harder for people to watch because no one really has HBO, but they spend a lot of money on this show, and it's really, really graphic. And at number 1, how could I put any other show here besides this other HBO show called Game of Thrones? So Game of Thrones is a medieval time show based on a book series. Has some supernatural elements like dragons and a few magical spell things, but besides that, it is really realistic and back in the medieval times. So there's basically no way for me to explain this show either. There's just so much that goes on. You have to go watch like backgrounds about it. Go read a synopsis on Google. Go watch a trailer. Do anything to go watch the show. Like I said about Westworld, another HBO show, the killing, drugs, sex, and everything is beyond the level of anything I've ever seen. Killing, by the way, is just, this show is a killing masterpiece. I mean, all it is killing and action. Also really good drama. However, I do have to warn you that the first few seasons do start out kind of slow. It brings you into this world of the Game of Thrones. It brings you into this storyline. So it is a lot of drama in the first few seasons and deception, but there is killing and stuff like that. And around the end of season 2 is when you'll see what I mean by these action war episodes and killing episodes. Sorry for that voice crack. But with Game of Thrones, what they do really good is they spend so much money on it, and the acting is also incredible. And around the 9th or 10th episode or 8th episode of every season, but after season 1, there's just these war episodes where there's just a huge-ass war with a lot of killing, and it's the best thing I've ever seen. It's literally a movie inside of a television show. There's literally no show that can compare to this. So yeah, it's 6 seasons long with 10 episodes per season. Each episode is around 50 to 60 minutes, so it is pretty long. There's a lot in it though. It's really, really dense with like detail and drama and stuff like that, and killing as well. So yeah, this is you have to go watch the show. I mean, that's, you know, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones yet, go watch Game of Thrones. I've recommended this show to over 20 people, and every person that I've like followed up with has loved the show and is in love with it, and it's also their favorite show. So definitely go watch that show if you haven't yet. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It is something very new on my channel. I haven't done anything like this before. I just want to start expanding, like I said, with what I upload and how I upload. If you want to see more television episodes, like things, you know, more recommending on shows, my top 10 list and stuff like that, definitely leave that in the comments below. If you just have any questions about anything TV related, let me know. I've seen a lot of TV shows. Also, follow me on Twitter at RobWeak. I also do tweet a lot about TV shows as well. It's another one of my passions. Like, I like gaming, I like sports, and I like TV shows. I talk a lot about TV shows. So it's easy for me to come in and make a 10-minute commentary video giving you my top 10 must-watch list. So yeah, if there's anything, leave it in the comments below. Like the video if you did enjoy, and subscribe as well. Possibly a new watch out video tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time.